My name is Carlos. I'm from Service Vision, and I work there as a technical guy. Let's say technical support guy. And I'm happy to show you everything that we have here. So.
What we see here is a monster.
Okay, yeah, it's a monster. Let's call it E-Scorpion. This setup this setup it's made of different parts. I'll focus on the Scorpion, which is the base. It's an all-terrain base, 4x4 transmission, fully electric, and it can power any telescopic crane from Service Vision. The column, it can auto-level for different scenarios, and on top of it there's the crane, a 45-foot crane with 70 kilos payload, and at the end of the crane what we have it's a mini stabilized head with a novel ring. This setup, it gives you total freedom of movement. You can do 360 degrees on roll endlessly, and then it will readapt automatically to any kind of shot that you want to do. So you could go from underslang, overslang, any kind of movement that you imagine, the head will readapt to allow you to do it.
What kind of production you usually do?
Normally, we use this kind of setup on the hard-to-reach places, okay, like mountains, beaches, I don't know, anywhere where you want to fit a telescopic crane, but you're not able to reach. With this setup, you're getting it there. You know?
Would you give some examples of movies made with it?
Movies made of it, I'll say. I think it has been on The House of the Dragon in HBO, and some more, which several commercials, you know. But I don't have that information right now. You know, okay. It's on another department.
I understand. What about the other brothers and
Sure.
sisters of
This is the biggest crane that we have. We're working on a 78-foot crane. Okay, it's not ready yet. Next year on NAB we'll talk and I'll show you. This is the smallest setup that we have. It's a Scorpio 10. It's a light jeep. It has a Mitchell mount here, so it can be mounted in Fisher dollies or any kind of support. It's 3 meters telescopic arm. And the setup that we have, it's with a mini head. It's a 2-axis head. And the control, we have it here. This is what we call a one-man operation setup, where with one hand you can control the telescopic, okay, and the movement of the jeep, just like that, okay? And with the other hand you can control the remote head, okay? I'll show you some features if you want, or if you have time. Let me lose it. There you go. We have a function called tracking or targeting, where if you see here in the monitor or if you see the setup, we can pick one point. Let's set the table, introduce the distance to that point, 0.20, and the camera will point to that target constantly. The operator can make minor adjustments on the frame, you know, like this, something like that, but the system compensates all the movement even from the telescope. This is a good setup for small studios. I'll say news, news, the weather. You can set different targeting points, okay? And ideal for small cafeterias, as I said, really versatile, really accessible, you know, and quite light. The last jeep that we have is the Scorpio 35. It's the biggest of the smallest crane that we have, I'll say. 40 kilos payload. The remote head that we have there, it's a new micro stabilized head. It's a 3-axis head with small payload. By itself, it's only 9 kilos, and the weight that it can handle, its camera packages up to 15 kilos. The speed of the 35 is really fast. Let me see if I can play with it without damaging anyone. Okay, it's like that. And the good thing about this crane is that the dolly, for example, as well as the 10, it's collapsible to fit it through regular doors, like 80 centimeters door. You could fit this crane through those places. That's pretty much what we have here. I hope you like it and hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Would you introduce yourself?
Of course, yeah, no worries.
Company, your name and position.
Okay.